We may have just learned more about how GTA 6 actually plays in the last 24 hours than we did from both trailers combined. A 6-star wanted level, we've got police remembering your actual face in your car, we've got vehicles that need gas. We even have a possible morality system, usable trunks, basketball, road rage, and apparently, these leaks are not finished coming. If this footage is real, GTA 6 honestly is taking a ton from Red Dead Redemption 2, more than we expected. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. We're going to go over all the latest leaks. And from what I'm seeing in the insiders and everybody on X, the people that have actually seen this, or the leakers that have seen it, and the other people allegedly have seen it, this is an older build, but it is really validating this game is going to be something special. Now, before we go further, every single detail we're discussing is alleged. Of course, Rockstar hasn't confirmed these mechanics, but they are issuing takedowns, which in my realm of work, usually if the publisher is issuing takedowns, that is validation that it's real. Now, the footage reportedly comes from an older development build, possibly dating back to 2023. This means some mechanics and things like that, they could have changed, expanded, or they could have been completely removed. Like I said, Rockstar is issuing takedowns against people sharing footage, which makes everything kind of feel real to me, but a copyright strike by itself doesn't officially authenticate every claim, so keep that in mind. With that being said, Kami on X has gathered some of the biggest details that people have spotted. This stuff gives us a really clear look at the direction Rockstar is going here. So we'll start with the return of the 6-star wanted level. This is a bigger deal than simply adding another star to the screen. GTA 5 reduced the maximum wanted level to 5. So bringing back a 6-star could mean Rockstar is restoring that final, nearly impossible level of police response. I guess the question is, what 6 stars actually unleashes in GTA 6? Is that when we see the military? Do we see tanks? Do we see spaceships? Does the FBI bring out heavily armored tactical units? Does the entire city lock down? I don't know. But Rockstar probably won't restore the 6-star unless it represented a meaningful final stage of escalation. And what makes it more interesting is that the police, well, they're no longer searching for a generic player icon. The leaked footage reportedly shows 3 separate red indicators that appear to represent your face, your clothing, and your vehicle. So if that interpretation is correct, police may actually remember what you looked like. They may remember what you wore and which car you used during the crime. That changes the escape process. In GTA 5, losing the police, that meant just go find a tunnel, hide behind a building, drive into the hills until the stars start flashing. GTA 6 may actually require you to think about the evidence that you left behind. You could potentially abandon your getaway car, change clothes, alter your appearance, stay out of sight until police lose the connection between you and the crime, and that's the only way you get to do it. So imagine robbing a store with your face visible. You escape in your personal car, and then you realize the police have identified both you and the vehicle. You might technically lose the active wanted level, but driving the same car past an officer 10 minutes later, that could actually bring the entire search back down on you. That, to me, feels less like the simple GTA wanted system and more like a completely evolved version of Red Dead Redemption 2's witness and recognition mechanics, honestly. I mean, we can also get masks. Clothing stores, garages, paint shops, stolen vehicles, all of it. They don't just exist for customization. They would become tools you have to use to commit crimes and then disappear. There's even signs of police sitting along the road performing what could be traffic enforcement or speed checks or speed traps. So that doesn't necessarily mean GTA 6 will become this strict driving simulator where you receive a ticket every time you run a red light, but who knows? I mean, Rockstar knows it's Grand Theft Auto. But it could also mean the world reacts more naturally when you drive like a complete psychopath directly in front of a police officer. Another major detail is the possible karma, honor, or reputation system. Viewers reportedly noticed a devil-like icon appearing after Jason attacked an NPC. Now that has immediately, it's created comparisons to RDR2 again. But be careful about calling this a confirmed honor system. The icon, it could represent reputation, aggression, it could be tied to a specific activity, faction, neighborhood, or it could just be a temporary status effect on Jason. It could even be an unfinished interface element that literally is not in the game anymore, so keep that in mind. But if GTA 6 does have some form of reputation system, possibilities are endless, my friends. Jason and Lucia could develop different reputations depending on how players behave. You got criminal groups, maybe they respect you more if you're violent. The civilians, potential contacts, maybe they become less willing to help you. I mean, you have certain businesses, missions, dialogues, it all could change. Now, I don't expect GTA 6 to suddenly judge every player morally in the same way that Red Dead did. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is built around letting players go crazy. Giving everybody negative honor because they stole a car, that would defeat the purpose of the game. But a localized rep system, that kind of makes sense. Different gangs, communities, all that stuff. Yeah. Then we have the cars requiring fuel and maintenance. This is probably going to be one of the most divisive mechanics in the entire game if it ends up in launch. Some players would love it because it makes vehicles feel like objects you actually own and maintain. Other people hear cars need fuel and they immediately picture themselves running out of gas during a 5-star chase, walking 3 miles to the nearest gas station. I go back to Days Gone, one of my favorite games, probably top 10. I mean, the campaign, the story, but finding jugs of gas to fill up your motorcycle was super, super annoying. I mean, we'll have to see, because I don't know. The success of this mechanic depends entirely on how aggressive Rockstar makes it. If we have to refuel every 10 minutes, it's going to be an absolute fail. If fuel lasts a reasonable amount of time and it can be used strategically, maybe it adds another layer to vehicle ownership. They're going to have to be careful with this one, seriously. And then the interface reportedly contained indicators connected to the engine or mechanical condition of your car. So cars, they may actually need more than cosmetic repairs after repeated crashes. We also heard about detailed scratches and sparks, tire smoke, all that stuff. And then there was one interesting moment reportedly showing a collision affecting Jason's health. So in previous GTA games, you could launch a supercar into a concrete wall at a ridiculous speed and you could walk away. I mean, with more damage to just your pride than your character. GTA 6 may finally make serious crashes dangerous to you. We'll see. Again, balance is everything here. Nobody wants to die every time they clip a traffic barrier, but high-speed crashes, they should have consequences. It could also make motorcycles far more dangerous and give armored vehicles a legitimate advantage beyond simply having more health. I mean, vehicles appear to have usable storage. Loadout slots in the trunks. One prompt reportedly showed a storage capacity of 0 out of 4. That suggests we may be able to place a limited number of weapons or other items inside our personal vehicle. Does that mean we can't just pull them out of our magic bag? We have to get out of the car, walk to the back, open the trunk, get the gun? I mean, that's another clear connection to RDR2. Arthur didn't carry his entire arsenal on his body. He stored larger weapons on his horse and selected the loadout he wanted before walking away. GTA 6 may use your personal vehicle as your horse. So that means choosing a car could become part of preparing for a mission. The trunk might hold rifles, armor, tools, stolen goods, or a sports car may have limited storage. I mean, SUV pickup truck, you could carry everything. It's exciting, but you have to do it right. This could also explain the two different currencies that people spotted. Kami describes one currency connected to your safe house and another on your person. So rather than GTA 6 having two completely different types of money, this could represent cash stored safely at home versus the money that Jason is physically carrying. Now, if you're arrested or killed, cash in your pocket, probably lost. Money placed in your safe house stays protected. That would make returning home very useful beyond just changing clothes or saving the games. Players may need to decide how much cash they're willing to take out on the streets. I mean, we'll see. It's a small change too, but it can make robberies and criminal activity more physical. You're not just watching a number increase in the corner of the screen with your money count. You are carrying something valuable that you need to get home safely. And then the leak footage reportedly shows Jason playing basketball at a safe house while shooting. A focus bar appears on the screen. I mean, the obvious interpretation is that side activities can improve character attributes, similar to how performing certain actions increased stats in San Andreas and GTA 5. So people are like, playing basketball, that's what they spent this whole time on. Maybe it improves your focus, your accuracy, other character abilities, gems that could increase your strength, driving challenges, vehicle control, all those things. Basketball itself could be far more developed than what we actually think. So we'll see. I mean, these are what make moments, these are what Rockstar uses to make a world feel alive. It's not the size of the map, even though the map's going to be huge, but this is going to be crazy. And then finally, the footage gave us another look at Rockstar's physics. Basketballs, plants, water, vehicles, all of it. It's realistic. Let's just put it that way. Now, physics may not sound as exciting as a new weapon or mission, but it affects everything in this world. Everything in this world. So let me know what you guys think. Apparently, this is only the beginning. People claiming responsibility for releasing the material said there is way more coming, probably before we get to the 27th and the Netflix extended look. I'll keep you guys posted if anything new breaks. Are you starting to get excited, or were you already excited? For me, this game is just validating that it is going to be a once-in-a-lifetime game. I'll see you soon.